here today to tell the fans about something really cool going on later on today in Atlantic City at the Wonder Bar, 4 to 10 p.m. Huge fundraiser for the Atlantic Shore Babe Ruth baseball teams. The 15-year-olds are heading to North Dakota next week, and the 14-year-olds are heading up to Massachusetts, both in World Series berths. And obviously it takes a lot of financing to get these teams to their World Series destinations. And to talk a little bit about that, we have Lee Geiger, one of the assistant coaches for the 14-year-olds, and Bill Rosino, head coach for the 15-year-olds. Bill, tell us real quick just about what's going on today. Obviously, this is one of the highlights of your summer, or it has become the last couple of years, obviously, because you guys keep winning and keep making World Series appearances. But the Wonder Bar has just been great to you guys. And tell us a little bit about this fundraiser going on today and why people should head out there and enjoy what's going on.
You're right. It's getting to be almost like an annual event for us. The Wonder Bar has been fantastic to us the last couple of years. What we're having today from 4 to 10 at the Wonder Bar on Albany Avenue in Atlantic City is the fundraiser. We ask people to come in, and all the food is free. The food is free. They have discounted drinks for us, and we just ask for a donation at the door. And it's a great time. We have a lot of prizes, Chinese auction items.
Give us a little bit of rundown, because I know you're excited about some of this stuff.
We have foursomes to just about every golf course in the area. It's just amazing. Tropicana has been wonderful to us. Resorts has been wonderful to us. There's so many prizes. Phillies tickets, Eagles tickets, a whole host of things. Many local businesses have donated gift certificates and so forth. So
if you're one of these Chinese auction junkies, this is the place to be tonight.
There's going to be a lot going on tonight. Yeah, there is.
I know people really get fired up for these kind of things. You know, you pay $10 or $20 for a sheet of tickets, and you put your tickets in, and you have a shot at a lot of great prizes, and it's a cool thing. You win one of these things, and you feel good about yourself. And plus you're helping a bunch of teenage boys really kind of reach their dreams.
We have concert tickets to just about every concert in the area up until September.
Wow.
So a lot going.
I think Cole's been looking for some Justin Bieber tickets. Any of those available?
Can't help you, Cole. Sorry, Cole.
He's a big Bieber fan. He's a Bieber believer. No, but that's a really cool thing. Lee, talk about this a little bit. That you've been a part of this program for the last couple of years, and last year you guys raised a ton of money here at the Wonder Bar event. And what's it like out there? There's got to be a great vibe going on, a lot of energy at the bar, and people coming in and talking about the baseball team, and talk about that a little bit and what it's like to see all these people coming out and supporting you guys.
Nah, it's really neat. It's the community comes together out there, and last year even the people who were just there hanging out at the bar started supporting and jumped on the wagon, and we're just throwing money in buckets and hanging out with the kids and the parents, and it was a good vibe there, definitely.
And it's got to be cool to see all these local businesses. Talk about that a little bit, how much they provide for you guys, and it's never easy to ask for something to give away, and these businesses really come through for you guys and giving away some great stuff that people are going to want, and talk about that a little bit, and some of the things that maybe you're excited about that are on the docket tonight.
Nah, the local businesses come through huge. They all step up, and they really support the teams. Pretty much everybody we give a letter to asking just for something to go towards the kids, they come through. I haven't really heard anybody say no, and when they do, I understand. It's tough, but they really come through for these kids. A lot of energy with it, too. And a lot of them come out tonight also just to see.
The actual business owners?
Yeah, yep.
Nice.
A lot of them have been coming out last year, and so I hope to see them out tonight.
Bill, we're talking with Bill Rosino and Lee Geiger, some coaches from the Atlantic Shore baseball program. I want to remind everybody today, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Wonder Bar in Atlantic City, big fundraiser for the A-Shore baseball teams. They're looking to go to the World Series here next week or so. Got to raise a lot of funds. Bill, talk about what's needed for these teams so that people understand what it takes to get these teams to the World Series. I mean, you're talking about travel expenses, lodging, food. how big of an operation is this to get a team to a World Series?
Logistically, there's a lot of work. Okay, just to arrange travel for 15 boys and their coaches, and now we're doing it for 2 teams. So multiply that by 2. Arranging flights, luggage. How do you transport all your baseball equipment out to North Dakota?
Right.
Okay, it's not an easy thing. How do we get the kids? Our flight leaves at 6:20 in the morning. We're going to
Out of Philly?
Out of Philly.
Wow.
So we're going to be leaving at 3 o'clock in the morning to get up there. Okay, try to get a bunch of 15-year-olds up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's not that easy.
You're gonna have like a 2 a.m. pep rally somewhere around here?
Yeah. So there's a lot to it. Lodging, trying to find lodging for people. Now, Babe Ruth does a very good job of finding host hotels for us, but but there's still a significant expense to housing these kids. So there's a lot to it.
So, Bill, I know you're not a salesman by trade, but here's a chance for you to make your sales pitch on why people should come out to the Wonder Bar today, 4 to 10 p.m. Give us a little Rosino sales pitch here.
These boys have worked very hard this summer. Okay, they really have, and they represent the area well. I was so proud of the kids from last year when they were down in Arkansas, how they conducted themselves. All the coaches came up to us and said, what model young men you have. Okay, and something, we couldn't have been there without the community support. So we do appreciate anything anybody can do to help us get there.
And do you have a certain number in mind? Like, what's it going to take to get these teams? Obviously, it's a pretty big number. When is there a certain, like, okay, maybe it's $1,000 a kid, $1,500? Is it in that kind of range, or?
Oh, it's definitely in that range.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit more. To be honest with you, we hope to be there in North Dakota and both in Massachusetts for a full 10 days.
Wow!
And when you got 10 days of lodging, 10 days of food, 10 days of just getting there, the bill runs pretty high.
And let him eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Not these boys.
The growing boys. Talking with Bill Rosino and Lee Geiger, who are a couple of the coaches involved with the Atlantic Shore Babe Ruth baseball program. Lee, what's your experience been like with this team? Obviously, you're one of the former players, and now you're coaching with your dad. And how cool has that been the last couple summers, you and your brother being able to coach with your dad?
It's really neat. I've been coaching with my dad since I was 13. Started in Linwood and went to Northfield and back to Linwood and now with Atlantic Shore, and it's a lot of fun. I learn every day something new on the baseball field for him and Coach Foreman. I enjoy my brother being out there. We fight a lot, but it works out pretty good. No, it's awesome. And the team, though, it's an awesome group of kids. Last year was awesome. The whole organization is just an awesome thing to be a part of. Bill puts a lot of time in, and it just flows. And right now, I think we're at a good spot as a program. But this group of kids this year has a special way about them. Of when they get on the field, they've really bought into a program, and it's fun to be around kids who buy into a program, and they're excelling right now on the field, and can't ask for more.
I think the neat part about Atlantic Shore is a lot of you guys who are coaches don't necessarily have kids on the team that they're coaching. I mean, Dennis Foreman's son is on the 14-year-olds, but your dad has been coaching for such a long time, and you guys are now grown and out of the program, but he's still staying with it. Bill's been coaching forever, I think since the 40s. Is that right?
Not quite.
Did you coach Cap Anson?
Yeah.
Who's he?
Rogers Hornsby?
I remember him.
No, but these guys have all been around for a long time, and it's normally you see when the kid ages out, the coach ages out as well, and you have to keep constantly replacing coaches, whereas your program has had these coaches intact for quite a long time. And how much does that help the team be successful year in and year out?
It helps big time. I mean, I think there's something to be said when not one of our Atlantic, the 13, 14s, or 15s have a dad on the field, and I don't even consider Coach Foreman a dad on the field, to be honest. I mean, I just don't. He's just a great baseball coach. On the overall, though, it really flows, and like I said, I learn a lot from my dad and Coach Foreman every day on that baseball field, and I look to take that as I get older. I plan on sticking with coaching. I enjoy doing it, and I just love seeing the kids get a lot out of it, and it's a good time out there.
Now, Bill, what keeps you going all these years? You've been at it for quite a long time, and obviously you don't have any kids in this age group anymore. But what motivates you to keep going? And obviously, it's a lot of work in the off season. This is kind of a year-round thing for you in terms of getting everything organized and fundraisers throughout the year, that kind of thing.
The more success that the program has had, the more time you have to put in.
Right.
Okay, honestly, this has come close to almost a year-round job with fall ball, in the wintertime getting the league organized, then working through your all-stars. Sometimes we can have 4 or 5 different all-star teams that we have to uniform, put everything together. So, there is a lot to it and there is a lot of work, but, it's something that I love to do.
If there's anybody who's just joining us, we're with Lee Geiger and Bill Rosino, coaches for the Atlantic Shore baseball program. And, Bill, in case there's anyone just joining us, remind everybody again what's going on tonight at the Wonder Bar, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Yeah, at the Wonder Bar tonight, we're having our fundraiser. Free food. Come in, eat all you want. We have reduced drink prices, and all we ask is to give a donation at the door. We have a lot of Chinese auction items, a lot of silent auction items, and 50/50s. It's a good time. So please, if you're available, come on out. The other thing I wanted to mention too, Dave, is at the Tilton Market today, we have some boys working bagging groceries and helping out there. So
nice. And what time's that going to be?
They're starting at 10 o'clock in about 15 minutes.
About 15 minutes.
Yeah. So
and how long will they be there?
Till about 2, I believe.
Okay, so for about 4 hours.
Yeah.
So if you're in the Northfield area, want to stop by Tilton Market, get a few groceries, and give a little bit of a tip to the guys bagging groceries. It's good to get those boys out to work.
Absolutely.
It's good for them.
Lee, talk about these boys a little bit real quick before we let you guys get out of here. Great young men. They really understand what the community does to help them out in terms of getting to these World Series berths, and how much do they appreciate everything the community does? Are they aware of the sacrifices these business owners are making to give up, golf foursomes and concert tickets and all these other little things that the businesses are doing? The businesses are giving away money and putting some money into the coffers. And to these kids at 14 years old, I'm sure they understand what it takes from all the adults in their lives to get this thing rolling.
Yeah, it's a great group of kids at both 14s and 15s, and they're so appreciative of everything the community's done. You can just tell by the way they hold themselves. They're proud to say they're from this area, and they know what they're representing when they go to these tournaments. They know if they act up, or it reflects on the program and the local businesses and everything. And they really hold themselves well as two groups, and they're very appreciative of everybody who's donated, and they know exactly what's going on. They're really good kids. They really are.
How cool was that to see their reaction last year after you guys won the World Series and that big parade through Summers Point? And it kind of gives a 14-year-old a sense of, wow, this is a big thing when you see hundreds of people coming out for a victory parade.
Nah, it was so cool. And, I mean, the kids' reaction to it, I mean, at first they were overwhelmed on that fire truck and all the sirens going off. And it dawned on me once we got to Summers Point and saw hundreds of people come together at that field. And it was such a cool thing. And for the whole group, and those kids now are 15 with Coach Rosino and Coach Taggart, I mean, they're having another great experience. And hopefully this year we can have 2 more parades. So,
Bill, you got to put up with Taggart for a 10-day span?
Jack's a good guy.
Boy.
Jack works hard.
I feel bad for you. No, a lot of great coaches. And once again, before we let you go, let's remind everybody out there what's going on. Huge fundraiser tonight for the Atlantic Shore Babe Ruth baseball program at the Wonder Bar in Atlantic City, 4 to 10 p.m. Chinese auctions, silent auctions, 50/50s. Free to get in, free food, some discounted drink rates. So get over there if you get a chance. And, Bill, before we let you go, one last sales pitch, man. Let's nail it. Let's get some people out there supporting you guys.
All right, please come out tonight. It's our main fundraiser. This is how we raise the most money to support the kids and the teams. And like I said, there are 2 teams going this year, one in North Dakota and one to Massachusetts. So please, if you can make it, help us out.
Good stuff, man. Appreciate it, Bill and Lee Geiger. Thanks for dropping by and letting us know about what's going on. Any other fundraising things going on early next week, or?
I don't think so. I mean, we got to get some practice time in.
Yeah,
okay,
that's true.
The 14-year-old team leaves on Tuesday, and the 15-year-old team leaves on Thursday. So there's not a whole lot of time now. So.
Good stuff. That was Bill Rosino and Lee Geiger from the Atlantic Shore Babe Ruth baseball program. They're sending 2 teams to the World Series.